Here we have a 2021 Ford Kuga ST Line X in agate black. It's had one owner from new and it is in pretty mint condition. Now, as is the ST Line X, which is pretty much the top of the range Kuga, you get a whole lot of features which you wouldn't get on the lower ones. So as you can see here, we'll start with the 20-inch alloy wheels, all of them completely unmarked, and they look really good on a big car like this. If we continue on the outside, we have in the mirror, if you can see it, or you can see me, well, you can't really see it, but I'll show you in the inside on the pictures. You have the blind spot information system, so if a car's coming up your inside or your outside, you'll be able to see it coming. Inside we have, if it will focus, there we go, we have power electronic seats, so they'll go move forwards and backwards, and then it will lean backwards, forwards, and the seat can go up and down as well. And you've got your lumbar support here, so you can sit comfortably without getting any back pains. Electronic windows all round, those are automatic, all the way down, and obviously all the way back up. Now, if we move on to the seats, we get these lovely part leather, part Alcantara seats. Ford called them Sensico seats, nice and soft to touch, very comfortable to sit in. And if we do move inside, you will see we have a nice D-cut steering wheel, and on here you get the ST Line features, as I said before: adaptive cruise control, lane keeping aid. No, that's not lane keeping aid. That's lane centering cruise control. So basically that means you'll just stay in when you're in cruise control. It'll keep you in the middle of the lanes. Cruise control as usual, and on the dash there we can see 11,819 miles. There's your lane keeping aid, just there. So if you press the button on the stalk there, automatic wipers as well, nice red stitching on the steering wheel, nice and comfortable to hold on to. Now, if we move on to the middle of the car with the infotainment system, we have Ford Sync 3, so you've got your navigation, your audio. Oh, we don't want that on. There we go. Yeah, so you've got your audio, so you can listen to your DAB, FM, AM, or Bluetooth your phone up and listen to your own songs. You can also connect via Android Auto and Apple CarPlay if you'd rather listen to Spotify or use Google Maps or Waze. What else have we got on here? If we move down to the climate control, we've got dual zone climate control, so if your passenger's feeling a bit cold, they can turn that up, and you're feeling warm, you can keep it there, or you can do that. Or if you hit dual, it should, but it's not. Okay, we'll skip that out. Normally, there you go, that's how you do it. You hit dual and then you can change them at the same time. There we go. Now if we move on further down, we've got some lovely features for when it is cold, and at the moment the weather's a bit hit and miss, so some mornings you will be in this, some mornings you probably won't, but you've got heated front seats and a nice heated steering wheel, and of course your heated front windscreen for when it's really icy. So we'll turn those off because it is quite warm outside at the moment, the sun's out. At the bottom here we've got a place to put your phone or your keys, and then you've got USB ports here and a 12 volt, which is handy. Down here you've got your automatic controls, so you're in park, reverse, neutral drive, and that's low range. And then down here we've got your electronic parking brake and the auto hold, so if you're on a hill you can let off the brake and the car will hold for you. And then down here we've got your driving modes, so sport mode, eco mode, slippery mode, all of that. Your parking assist, so if you want the car to park it for you and you just sit back and relax and it will do it for you, it'll find a space. your EV modes, which we will go through in a second, and then you've got your parking sensors. You can decide to turn them on or off. Now with EV modes, we have got normal operation, so that basically means, so auto EV, it will drive along and then it will use your electricity when the car feels it's best to use it. EV charge, so when you're driving along it won't use the battery, but it will charge the battery as you are driving along with the petrol engine. And those are the only two we can see at the moment, because it's not actually charged. But you can go full electric, and there is another mode which I will put up because I've forgotten. But anyway, this isn't going too well, is it? But we'll move on. Now, front and rear sensors on the car with a rear camera. So if we go into reverse, you can see we have front and rear with the reversing camera, and what also you have is a front camera as well. So if you are parking in a narrow drive, you can see the wall in front of you. Now, if we move into the next part of the car, into the rear, we can see there is lots of space for the family or your friends. Plenty of legroom as well. And also, if you are a bit tall and you are finding that you are banging your head, you can recline the seats, so you get a little bit extra headroom, and well, you can relax a bit more as well. And if we do get in, we can see we've got plenty of legroom. I'm average height. We'll say I'm about 6'4" when I'm not, but you'll see we've got lots of legroom. And also here we can see we have heated rear seats as well, which is very handy, and a little port there, so if anyone wants to charge their phones or devices, they can do that as well. And of course, if people are cold or hot in the back, they've got some rear vents here which they can adjust. And yeah, that's pretty much the back. Oh, one thing I will mention is of course the panoramic sunroof. As we can see, the sun's out today. If the camera will spin around, there we go. You can see what the panoramic roof is really good for letting the cold air in. When it's dark, you can let some extra light into the cabin. Just lightens the mood really if you want to do that. But yeah, you know what a sunroof does, so I don't really need to explain the benefits of it, but it's a nice feature to have. If we close the door, now if we go around to the boot, if the camera will spin around, here we go. And if we press it once, we have a power tailgate, so that it's easier for loading, unloading your shopping. And if we look in here, plenty of boot space. And if we look to these levers here, we can make it completely flat. And I've messed that up because the seat belts are hooked on there. Will this one do it? There we go, that's the idea. So you pull that and then it should go down, but it's not. But we'll deal with one at the moment, which is obviously you can see there. And that's the boot. But one feature which you can't see on the back, which is hiding away, is the tow bar. So if any of you want to go on holiday and you tow a caravan, you can press that button twice and hey presto, there we have a cool tow bar. But yeah, that is about everything on this car. As I said, it was a plug-in hybrid. We've got a couple in stock at the moment, so if this was a little bit out of your price range or you want to look at another one, you can obviously have a look at that. But for more information, get in contact and yeah, give us a call and come down for a test drive.